Yeah. Yeah. Hello, wonderful viewers. How are you all doing today? It's quite an exciting one to be here once again on Ancient Edu. And we've had a lot going on with us quite lately. And we've not been able to be here regularly as we used to before. But a whole lot of things have happened, and we don't know where to start from. But we are starting from this point today. The American election have come and gone. We have a new political actor in play. As we all know who he is. Right there on your screen is the man, Donald Trump. Yeah, though we love him so much, but loving him would not interfere with our sense of reasoning. He's just a man like any other man, and he's no different from every other single individual on earth that God created. Through the same birth process that we came into this world, likewise he also. And we are not holding back the horses when it comes to spilling out the truth. Oh yeah. Part of his election campaign promises, he is fulfilling them, and he has fulfilled a lot of them. But there are some that goes against common sense. There are some that actually goes against a proper way of reasoning for any sane mind. Trump said, let me refresh your memories. Because here on Ancient Edu, we are Edu. And we don't care about who you are. Let that be clear. Trump said, as part of his election promise, that the moment he steps into office, on day one, he kept on saying it on day one, that he is going to end the Russian-Ukraine war on day one. That one is a promise failed. 100% failed. He failed there. On other fronts, yes, he's doing good. Number two, if the pot can call the kettle black, what difference does it make? They said Russia is taking an incursion into Ukraine, trying to occupy Ukraine. On the eastern side, the Asian side, they said, no, China, you cannot encroach into Taiwan to take it. But America has the guts. Go and look at your map. America has the guts to move over to Europe to claim Greenland. Greenland is sovereign, not 100% sovereign, but it's still a territory of Denmark. And I love what France did, putting the military there, and some European countries. They had to put the military there. At least, at some point, one must be reprimanded and cut to size. You know, it was the same policy that Hitler adopted. Oh, part of Austria is Germany. Part of this land is Germany. Part of that land is Germany. Trying to occupy other nations by force. That was what led to the Second World War. Let's go back to history. So, United Nations came up after the League of Nations failed, after the First World War. They floated up the United Nations, floated up NATO, then floated up the USSR. These were the two power blocks. NATO had America and some European nations. USSR, which is the Eastern Bloc, had Russia as their leader and some European countries. So part of the deal that led to the fall of the USSR, they said, okay, the war is over. NATO must be dissolved. USSR must be dissolved. And let the world live together as one. Somehow along the line, Mikhail Gorbachev foolishly accepted the facts or the excuses to dissolve USSR, but NATO never refused to dissolve themselves or itself. That has been the anger in the mind of young Vladimir Putin. So now he's trying to reunite the USSR once again. He is facing a battle. They say, no, Putin is a terrorist, and so on. Now, what are we going to say about Trump mounting pressure that Canada, a sovereign state, must become the 53rd state of America? If Canada accepts that Canada people, they are pipes, they are serious pipe, and they don't deserve to be a sovereign nation. It didn't end there. Donald Trump said that he's going to take over Greenland for national security. Look at the map. How many hours flight will it take from US to get to Greenland? He wants to make them America. He wants to make them America. Just as the invaders went to America, took over the land from the local inhabitants, and said the land belongs to them, because the land never belonged to any Caucasian. Let's go back to history. It never belonged to any Caucasian. It is the same tactics now they want to use. Oh, we are going to take over Greenland for national security. Ever since Greenland has been there, does it pose any threat to any nation of the world? The answer is no. Oh, we are going to take back the Panama Canal. We built it. Our men died there. Let's go back to history once again, Donald Trump. Let's go back to history. Panama was never a nation. It was because of the American policies. The American policies that broke Colombia into two and brought up Panama. Because Colombia stood on the other side and said, no, what you people are doing is wrong. America had to sponsor insurgency in Colombia that broke Colombia into two and broke away Panama from Colombia. So now it said, oh, Colombia has broken the deal with America by allowing China to come and take over the ports in Panama, that it wasn't the agreement they had with America. So for that reason, it's going to take over the Panama Canal. Let me remind you, Trump, once again. When Britain said they are going to take over the Suez Canal, they prepared their military against Egypt. Then America stepped in and told Britain, called them to side and said, no. That Suez Canal could have been built by Britain, but it's now part of Egypt. It's their sovereign territory. Have you forgotten? Oh, none of you saw this one coming from Ancient Edo today. Hear this broadcast and let it get to those that matters. The case of Panama Canal and America is likened to the case of Britain over Suez Canal with Egypt. America stepped in and said, Britain, no. They are now a sovereign nation. So, Mr. Trump, we are also telling you no. That Panama is a sovereign nation. And there is nothing you can do about that. If China is in charge of the port, deal with the problem. Go and have a look at the map once again. The distance between America and Panama. Go and have a look at it. Because it's time that America must know. The American policy is strictly made for Americans. American policy does not fit the world policy. And for that reason, we support the dollarization. Let every nation go back to check their foundation and fix the problem in their countries or in their various lands. So, Mr. Trump, these three policies is a white elephant project that you can never ever achieve. Even if you are the president of the United States for the next 20 years, it will never ever be achieved. Never. And collectively, we will all tell the story of the histories that most people have forgotten, so that to stop this tyranny, this oppression, it was the same desire that filtered through the heart of Adolf Hitler. He was a German. And likewise you, Donald Trump, you are also a German. I don't know what is wrong with these Germans globally. I don't know. You think that you are the only ones that God created with a straight brain. Never ever. That was how you Germans came to Africa and named Africa the black race Bantus. Huh? Donald Trump, how did you get to America? Were you an American? Indigenously, were you an American? No, your father left Germany and went to America with a visa. So what are you talking about today? No, let us go back to history. I know that no African blogger, content maker, or TV personality will be able to speak the way we are speaking. Do you know why we speak this way? Because we are ancient Idu. We are ancient Idu, and we don't care who the truth goes after, because the truth must surely stand. So, Mr. Trump, stop pretending that one nation under God. Stop using the name of God to advance the American hegemony. Stop it. Now, after failing your first day of office to end the Ukraine war, you have brought in another front, immigration. If America is a super cup nation, the most powerful country on earth, the most intelligent country on earth, of which we know that America has no intelligence in them. The intelligence of America today is a collective effort of people, of individuals from across the globe. So if these individuals that comes from across the globe should leave America, let us see how intelligent America will become. After all, you know, Elon Musk is a South African. Oh yeah. If Elon Musk should leave America today and every other person leave, then you have mad ass pedophiles or psychopaths like Bill Gates. Tell me, what will America amount to? Nothing. America will amount to zero. No results. You are there, make America great again. Make America great again. On whose account? I want to know. I want to know on whose account. So, it should be a tit-for-tat policy or a tit-for-tat situation. If Donald Trump says he's deporting 11 million illegal immigrants from America, let him do so. Then let the world come together. The world at large must come together, more especially Africa. Every single American embassy in your countries must be shut down. And every Americans must leave those countries and go back home. Both white, black, green, purple, anything American must leave and go back home. So that we also will have the time to clean up our homes. Because Americans are poisoning the world, according to Donald Trump. He said immigrants in America is poisoning America. If America has data to say, okay, 3,690 or 70 Nigerians they entered America illegally. South Africa has 379 South Africans living in America illegally. Congo has over 1,000 Congolese living in America illegally. You have all these details. France has almost 200 or 300 people living in America illegally. You have the details of these people. You have their data. You know about them. You know where they are in America. Why is it that the 6 million or 9 million people that Biden brought into America within the last 4 years, why is it that those 9 million people, America cannot locate them? Always shifting the blames on the weak and pretending to be a protector of the weak. Americans are two-faced people, both white and black, green and purple. All Americans, they are two-faced people. You see why China is dominating, why Russia is speaking. You see why Kim Jong-un is the way he is. These are people that understand the evil of the American policies. These are the people that understand the evil of the hegemonial system of the world of today. You said immigrants are poisoning America, Mr. Trump. Let me remind you one more thing. Monsanto, the one in charge of GMO foods in America that poisons the whole America. Monsanto, their food that American legislator passed into law that foods from Monsanto must be supplied to the rest of the world, more especially Africa. Africa has been a dumping ground for American bioengineered foods. Is Monsanto owned by any African? Mr. Trump, answer the question. Stop smiling when I'm talking to you. Look at Sani Abacha. He looks serious, so stop smiling. Your smile will not cut the rot of ancient Idu. No, it won't stop it. Answer. The pedophile racket that is going on in America today. Tell me which of the illegal immigrants is involved in it. Puff Daddy, what's his name? TD Snakes and others. With the R. Kelly, with the evil these people are doing in America. Tell me which illegal immigrant is involved in it today. They are all Americans. The drugs that you say is entering America, that you claim is entering America, destroying the American youth. If the Americans don't love drugs, they will not take it, number one, and they will not import it. Because 100% of the importers of those drugs are Americans. It is being done by Americans from China. And in China, they are the ones that still own these drug factories in China. Do you want to prove it wrong? And I can prove it to you, Mr. Trump. Because the pandemic that came out, the so-called COVID, was built in Glaxo laboratory in Wuhan. Who owns Glaxo? Is it the black foreigners, the immigrants that you are deporting, that owns it? Who bankrolled and sponsored the creation of Corona? Obama, Bill Gates, Biden. These people are, Dr. Fauci, these people are living at large in America. Have you talked about them? The owners of BlackRock, Vanguard, have you talked about them? But you have the strength to capture immigrants that are working their ass out in America. Majority of the people that you are deporting, Mr. Trump, they committed no crime. The only crime that they have in America is that they are not yet documented. And Mr. Trump, when your father went to America, was it documented? Answer the question. Was it documented? The same birthright citizenship was what made you an American. Now you are taking birthright citizenship away from the same immigrants that came to America just the way your own father did. Do you think we are stupid? The rest of the world can be. But those that have the Idu blood in them, pure Idu blood, they are not stupid. And will call out your errors. They are immigrants. You say it's drugs. You know where the drugs are coming in from. Go and arrest the drug dealers. You know who the drug barons are. So if you people in America can say, oh, Putin is a serial killer, you have all facts and details about him. That's the way you should have the facts and details about those that are bringing in the drugs into America, Mr. Trump. Oh, God bless Sani Abacha. I love that man. You see that man on the right side of the screen? That is why I put him on the right side of the screen. Because to me, he's a true hero, a true African leader. And Sani Abacha lives on in Burkina Faso in the light of Ibrahim Traore. You don't try this when Sani Abacha is the president of Nigeria. You deport the Nigerians that same day, that same minute, American embassy in Nigeria will shut down and all Americans will leave Nigeria. Abacha did it to England. That same day, all flights from America will be cancelled and any American flight that is in Nigeria will be seized. Abacha will do it. And that's why I salute Abacha till tomorrow. He's a leader that I love. Tit for tat is a fair game. So stop, bro. You are trying American policy. You want to save the world. Save who? You want to save the world? Go and deliver on your election in promise. Huh? Go and stop the Ukraine war. Let's see. Rubbish everywhere. Rubbish. Oh, if we deport you, you won't come to America for 20 years. To hell with America. Who cares about America? Does America know how people of the world are surviving? Is it not Elon Musk that said he lives on $1 for a day or a week? Does America know about Elon Musk? He struggled this way and became something in America today. Deport him. Take his citizenship away. He will move everything back to Africa. It's high time African nations wake up. African nations must wake up. These people are immigrants. They are not criminals. Why cuff them? Why put them in handcuffs, hand and feet? Why chain them like criminals? Deporting them for what? That is the worst human rights violation ever. This is not the largest immigration deportation. This is the largest human rights abuse of the world of today. So, Mr. Trump, you are guilty of it. And your parliament, your entire parliament, are parliament of drug takers. All of you people take drugs, both in your dreams and in real life. How on earth will you say handcuff immigrant and send them away? You handcuff them from America, handcuff them to their country and dump them there. Who are you to do such? Who are you to do such? Now, look at what is going on in Congo. American government is supporting the Congolese government. France is supporting the Congolese government. The so-called United Nations is supporting the Congolese government. We have the video here. We'll play all these videos. They are supporting them. The Congolese youth are fighting to build their countries, their own country. But you are there supporting the oppressive government. And when these people leave their country, coming to your own country for hope, you catch them, you deport them back to their country, and your military is in their country supporting the oppressive government of their land. And you say, go back home and build your country. But your military is there supporting the evil going on in the countries. That's what's happening all over Africa. It's high time young energetic leaders in Africa rise up. Take over government from these power-drunk old men, these useless leaders that we have. Take over government from them. And be like Ibrahim Traore. Tell them enough is enough. Africa is for Africa. If America is for Americans, fine. Oh, you want to remove all the illegal immigrants. You want to remove the immigrants and leave the land for the original owners. Who are the original owners of America? No Caucasian owns America. No single white man owns America. You're also a foreigner, Mr. Trump. You forgot that you became America by birth. You are there taking over. We don't apologize when we say the certain truths that nobody gives a damn about saying. We don't apologize. Huh? How dare you handcuff immigrants? Did they commit crime? Was there any crime anywhere that any single one of them committed? The answer is a big no. But you can capture them. You can capture them and deport them. You can capture them and handcuff them and deport them. Yet they are there begging. Begging for what? Why should they beg? African leaders have failed Africa as a whole. No single African leader must be spared from this. It's a shame that such a thing is going on in Africa. I tell you all, it's a shame. Now, we are going to let this play. We are going to let this play so that you all can get to see what we are talking about. We are going to play this very one. Let me bring it up here. We're going to play this very one here so that you all will see what's going on. This is the DR code. This news, we got it from First Post. I think it should be Vantage, First Post. Yeah. So we are going to play this from there so that you all will understand what's going on in Africa. This is a rebel group. They're a rebel group in the Congo that is fighting for their freedom. The evil going on in Congo is beyond human comprehension. Certain people have risen up and they said enough is enough. That is what they said. Enough is enough. But America, the powerhouse, is there supporting the same Congolese government. And on the other hand, the same Trump that is supporting the Congolese government is deporting Congolese back to Congo to go and build Congo. But American weapons are in Congo. On the side of the oppressor. And the people are being killed. It broke my heart to see that the American Senate had a meeting with a certain man. I don't know if it's a Dr. Touré or something like that. That has a wife, an American wife. He has his own child there. I think his brother is also a Marine. The guy is from Senegal or Sierra Leone. Now they are deporting him back. They say you cannot separate the families. They said, okay, if we can't separate you from your family, you are married to an American, you have an American child, and we can't separate you from your family, then we are moving you and your entire family back to Africa. Donald Trump, where is that rubbish done? Where on earth is that rubbish done? You are taking a doctor from America, a man that committed no single crime over 30 years of service in America. You are deporting him back to his country. You said, okay, if you can't separate him from his wife and his child, his daughter, then you will deport him with the wife and the daughter. Every family member, you will move them over, even your own American. That is how evil people behave. They only care about themselves. You will deport him with his family. I was watching the hearing right now. It's still on Fox Television live at the time of this program. You will deport him with his family. And people are there supporting rubbish. Don't worry. When rubbish takes complete complete possession of the land, it will come back to you that never stood on the side of truth, that supported evil. It will come back to you. It will haunt you also. Listen to this.
Democratic Republic of Congo, where M23 rebels, backed by neighboring Rwanda, have captured the city of Goma in the mineral-rich east. Explosions and intense gunfire was heard in the city throughout the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, protesters have attacked several foreign embassies in DRC's capital of Kinshasa to show anger against the M23 rebels and Rwanda. They attacked the embassies of the US, France, Belgium, and Rwanda. The protesters were heard chanting, "Death to imperialists," in the attack on the US embassy. Meanwhile, clashes between the rebels and the DRC army killed at least 17 people and injured over 300 over the past day. Kigali says that 5 civilians have also died in Rwanda.
Pour qu'il vienne baiser, il est venu jusque dans l'aéroport international de Goma. C'est en direct, hein? Vous voyez comment ils sont en train d'allumer le feu là-bas? Au Rwanda, ça brûle. Ça brûle. Donc nous sommes déterminés aujourd'hui pour sauver notre pays.
The escalation has worsened the displacement crisis. Many are fleeing the city, which was a refuge for those already displaced. Among those fleeing are also Congolese soldiers. Several DRC soldiers have surrendered and fled into neighboring Rwanda. Now, Rwanda has shared videos showing the surrendered Congolese troops. The Rwandan army says they have disarmed more than 120 Congolese soldiers who have entered the country. However, the DRC accuses the Rwandan army of being present in Goma. The United Nations has ordered the withdrawal of any external forces, while Rwanda says it needs to maintain a defensive posture. Incidents of looting have surfaced amid panic and chaos in the DRC. Videos show people looting the Palace of Justice in Goma after Rwandan-backed rebels marched into the city. Then there has been a mass prison break as well in the city, with reports of deaths.
Now, let's stop it right there. You all can see from the video that we just played, what is going on in the Congo. And I love the way the Congolese youths are responding. They have to take on the American embassy and the French embassy. It's time. This particular video is a message to all Africans. It's time every single foreign ministry leave Africa. Africa is for Africans. You can hold your Washington and control your Washington, but leave Africa alone. One nation under one God. Let that your God be your own God, and let the African God be their own God. That is the way it should be. The crime of Germany is what America is committing today. Openly saying they are going to take over Greenland by force. But you want to stop Russia from taking over Ukraine by force. It's either agendas get exposed, or we all continue pretending that we don't know what's going on until the water swallows every single one of us. As Africans, we are standing on a quicksand. I look at many African content makers, how silly these people are. Oh, America said, Oh, Trump, oh, it's happening here. Oh, what are we going to do? Shut up. You have a voice. Your voice is the media. Use your voice positively to talk to the people. Let them wake up. Let them wake up. What nonsense. This nonsense has to come to an end. This madness. It must come to an end. Look at the fight going on in Congo. People are being killed in Congo every single second. Likewise, Nigeria. But nobody is talking. Everyone wants to sing the praise of America. Oh, Mr. Trump, before we forget, if you want to take over Greenland and say it's part of America, and everyone say, oh, America is a great country, let us go there. Why is it that the entire world did not become America? Oh, give American citizenship to Iran, to Iraq. Let the whole world become America so that we'll understand that we are all Americans. Your troops are in our land doing shit. You are in Washington giving command. Deport them. Okay, let's put it this way. There are thousands, if not millions, of Chinese immigrants there. Go and capture these Chinese, put them in handcuffs like this and throw them back. Let us see the retaliation from Beijing. You will never do that. You spoke against sanction. Oh, we are going to sanction Beijing. Now you are there. You are not talking about the sanction anymore. You are not talking of a trade deal. You need to make a deal with China. Then the rest of the world will sanction them. But China, you make a deal with them. Apart from France and Great Britain, that have the same thing that America have, the rest of Europe must wake up. But I trust Germany. Overnight, Germany can turn the table around. Overnight, they can turn the table around, and they know. So it's either the world order is set in a proper way that people will have to sit down and discuss the paths of their future together. It doesn't have to be a master to a slave situation. Everyone must sit on the table and discuss their path. But it's sad that Africans are not that developed to think to that level. Don't get me wrong, there are lots of brain bugs in Africa that thinks that way. But we need to make this message sink into the soul of every single individual in Africa and get them to think straight. What Trump is doing, he's right on certain aspects, but he's bogusly wrong in major or main aspects that should affect humanity positively. His policies, everything is okay. But where I come to a breach about his policy and I find it wrong is handcuffing immigrants like criminals, throwing them out. The ones that have served the land for over 20 years, over 10 years, or even 2 months, that committed no crime. At least give them the honor to leave America with dignity. They should at least go home, freshen up, take their belongings, and board the plane and leave America. It's not that you get them from the street, you take them like that. Even those on their pajamas, on their negligees, on their night outfit, you just take them like that, take them to the airport and report them. And the criminals, when they get to their countries and they unleash mayhem on every American institute or infrastructure in their land, you should know that you are the reason for this problem, Mr. Trump. It's time for you to take responsibility, and accountability must come from you. You must be held responsible for any global surge in terrorism. You will be held responsible, because these people that you are throwing out of that land, taking everything away from them that they labored for years, they will never ever forgive you, or neither will they forgive any American once they come across them in their own countries. You don't know of the ripple effect. Your brain must open when the ripple effect starts. And the hegemony of America, this is the last straw. It will never last. It must end. Deport them. Let's see. Americans that like traveling, if they will have peace, any part of the world, deport them. It's a good thing that some of your Americans have investment in other nations. They will take it from them. I cannot imagine myself having a house in America, then you deport me. Then I go back to my country and I see your American having a house in my country. No, I will take it. I will take it also. I will send them out of my country. Then the table will be balanced. Then when you complain, we talk about it in a proper term. Let this message go far. You get this message, share it around. This madness must stop. America knows those that bring in drugs to America. They know the people in charge. Let them go for those people. Let them go after those people. Let them go against those people. Let them capture those people. Let justice serve its cause. It is not an immigrant that is looking for a way to regularize his or her stay in America. It is not. They are not the problem of America. They are not Joe Biden. Joe Biden was the one that opened up America, that allowed 9 million immigrants within 4 years. 9 million. Go and arrest Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Obama, Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci, BlackRock or Blackstone, Vanguard. Go and arrest those people. They are the ones behind this thing. Okay? They are the ones behind it. You know them. FBI directors, they are behind it. So stop acting like a Superman, Mr. Trump. The only thing I see in you is Lex Luthor. That is what you are. And rightfully so, that is what you will remain. Nonsense. Huh? Nonsense. Let us have a look at this one. Let us have a look at this very one now. We are going somewhere. Huh? We are going somewhere. I want you all to have a look at this very one. This is also disheartening. This very one is disheartening. Huh? These are migrants being deported in chains. Let me take it back. Pause. These are migrants. Some of them, they went into churches. They captured them in churches. Some of them are just waking up in their homes. First thing in the morning, some of them were still on their beds sleeping. They went there, they just them like that, captured them as if they want nothing. Put chains on their hands and their legs, march them to the airport. Look at how they are humiliating human beings that God created. The God Most High created with his holy hands. He created these people. You capture them like rabbits and you are sending them out from America. My people everywhere. You love America. If you love America, remain in America. If I was the Mexican president, you say, oh, stay in Mexico policy. Remain in Mexico policy. We give you America. Remain in America policy. Remove all your, in fact, shut down your embassy. Then we'll open up the bigger embassy of China and Russia inside Mexico. Let it be that way. Let it be that way. You know the people that are committing the crime. Why is it that it came to this point? It came to this junction. Your so-called intelligence cannot deal with the people that are committing the crime. Your intelligence is dealing with the weak. You are separating a man, a doctor that has been in America, or a lawyer, or so I don't know what his profession is again. For 30 years, he had a family there. You said, okay, if you can't separate him from his family, you will deport him with his family to Sierra Leone, because the name of the country is Sierra Leone or Senegal. If the name of the country was China, will you do that? You all be careful. But that man is facing that issue. The president of his country did not say a word today. African president, you people are spineless cowards. Spineless cowards. If it was Traore will say, well, fair and good. Well, we don't need the help of America, so therefore, America should go. That is why Traore had to shut down the American base. Inside Burkina Faso, he shut it down and put the Russians there. We can't come to your country and have peace. If we come to your country, we'll be like Diallo. I saw an American senator talking rubbish on the floor of the hearing that they are doing right now. They said, an illegal immigrant ran over a 14-year-old with a car and killed him. Illegal immigrant. So based on that, they will deport all immigrants in America. Based on that. Ask yourself, the officers that shot Diallo, Stephen Biko, 40 bullets, how many of them did they get arrested? The officers that killed Martin Luther, how many of them did they get arrested today? The officers that have been killing blacks, that made the president of, is it Philippines or where, complained about it and said, the blacks they are already in America. Why are you killing them? The cops that have been, crooked cops that have been killing blacks in America, how many have they arrested? Because one illegal immigrant, according to you, ran over a 14-year-old American. So for that reason, all foreigners are illegal. Look at the numbers of the people they are deporting. We are going to deal with Mexico. The drugs is coming in from Mexico. We are going to deal with them. On the other side of reality, who is suffering it? The Africans in chains. It's Mexico, but let us deal with the Africans. Mexico is bringing drugs. Let us deal with the Africans. Who are the ones bringing in the drugs? Americans, not even the Mexicans. Americans are the ones bringing it in. These foreigners, they are poisoning America. Who is the owner of Monsanto? Who is the owner of Monsanto? Who ordered Monsanto to export GMO foods all around the world? Who is poisoning the entire world with food? America is poisoning the entire world with food. But they turn around and said, it is the foreigners that are poisoning America. Shame on you, Donald Trump. And shame on you, the media that is supporting this rubbish. An immigrant saying others are illegal. Because you are the president, everyone is illegal. Rubbish. Now look at. These are immigrants in chains, hands and feet, chained like criminals. Look at their feet. Have a look at their feet. Look at the chains. Look at how this fool is walking so confidently. He's doing a great job. Walking, spreading out his hands. Look at their feet. This is a blatant reminder of the plantation in America, of the slave days, how people were taken to America in chains. And they put them in that boat that brought about the Igbo landing. Put them in that boat with chains on their hand and their feet. This is a humiliation and violation of human rights. How dare you do such to people? I'm going to play this one again. Now, here comes another one. Here comes another one. We are going to play it. We are not stopping. We are not stopping. Let me get the volume. This is it. This is Trump coming out, and the world is celebrating. Now look at the people. Look at the people. Look at chains. Look at how they chain them. They are animals. They are not humans. These are the same people that came into this world the same way you came into the world. You can chain them as animals and throw them out. Huh? One thing is for sure, that the hegemonious system of this world of wickedness was come to an end. Look at how they chain people. You are cleaning up America. Africa should get their acts together and clean up Africa. If we are going to clean up Africa, we will clean away Americans completely. No matter who you are, we'll clean you off completely. Because you people are good for nothing. The only thing you people are good at is poisoning the land. It's poison. America poisons anywhere they get into. We are not quick. Pause. Let me pause it. We are not quick to forget how America murdered John Magufuli of Tanzania in the name of COVID pandemic. COVID that never existed. Donald Trump, you know people that are behind the COVID. You know people that took the life of John Magufuli. Bring them up for trials. Bill Gates is there. Bring him up for trials. Dr. Fauci is there. Are they the ones, are these Africans that you chained like this, are they the ones that created the pandemic? Answer. It's always like that. The stronger one will always feed on the weaker one. In your deportation list, I've been looking for Chinese that you will chain like this, and let camera, normal public camera, capture them and show them on air, so that Beijing will respond appropriately. And if Beijing responds, trust me, a whole lot of countries will join them. A whole lot. If a global war breaks out today, I don't see America winning this war. Never. This move alone has destroyed the reputation of America globally. People that are there, standing there with this chain, there is a deep pain in their hearts, serious heart injury, and they will never ever forgive America for any reason. This is how the policymakers of America bring the lives of the citizens of America in danger. Americans love traveling. The deportees, they will wait for them. They will wait for them. Look at chains. Look at chains on people. Only crime they committed is looking for greener pasture in America. They said you deport them, you have no apology for that. That is why we also don't have apology for saying the truth to you unapologetically. Mr. Trump, have you ordered your military to go after Dr. Fauci? The answer is no. America is wealthy. Wealthy with the wealth of other nations. Your policy will backfire for sure. it will backfire. And there is no apology to that. There is no apology to that. It will backfire. Now, I'm going to bring in a very useless African leader to your screen. Look at him. A sick, demented African leader. Look at him. Did you see that on your screen? There was an air mishap in America. In the light of the pain, global pain of this illegal deportation or removal or wickedness committed by Trump and his administration against humanity, in the light of this pain, many nations are thinking the next appropriate step to take. Look at this evil man, this sick, demented man. Look at him. Sending out message to the oppressor, to Trump, consoling him on the air mishap that happened in faraway America that has nothing to do with him. America is for Americans, not for Africans, not for Nigerians. There are countless people dying every day in Nigeria. This one is a topic for another day, because I will bring up this image of this lunatic on the screen. I'll bring up his image. Then I'll put the everyday accidents that's happening. Even the plane crash, a small flight that fell in a Ikeja market, in a market in Nigeria, that nobody said anything about. Everyday mishap, accident of people dying every single day. This man on your screen, he said he's the president of Nigeria. He had never for once addressed the issue or sent condolence to his people and think of ways to address such issues from happening, to stop it. But this thing, this sick thing on your screen, this very useless evil man, he's there sending condolence to America, sending condolence to America over a plane crash. Your pastor Kumuyi ran away from Nigeria, living in London now. He was there praying for Donald Trump in America. He didn't pray for Nigeria. These are the type of things Africa call leaders. What is coming is coming. It will touch both great and small. It will touch anything and everything touchable. Nothing will escape it. Nothing. Here is another thing that Washington told him. Washington did what? They addressed him. And they said, the bond between America and Nigeria, they will look into it and they will make sure that it becomes tighter. Tighter. On whose account? On the blood of Nigerians dying every day. Dying every single day. Washington doesn't care about that. So to you Nigerians, hope you know America will come and save us. You people are sick. That is why I love the man I put up on the screen. For me, he is a true leader. For me, this man, I had to remove Trump because he doesn't deserve to be on the screen. For me, this man here on the screen is a true leader. Sani Abacha. This is a true leader. So let me give him to take over this stage complete. This is a true leader, because he will never ever allow his people to be humiliated this way. Sani Abacha will look into the cause or the problem of the suffering of his own people, instead of running to America to go and control America and tell them, we are sorry that people are dying in America. Our people died in America. Abacha will look into Nigeria and fix it. and you deport Nigerians in such a shameful way, Abacha will also deport the Americans in a shameful. In fact, he will shut down the American embassy so that the message will go out clear and direct to Trump. That is why I love this man. And that is what every single African leader should be. The only one that is trying on that level now is Ibrahim Traore. This is the type of people that we want as leaders. Whatever is in America, we can also build it in Africa. After all those structures was built by slaves, people they kidnapped, they sold, they stole. So we can do the same in Africa. If not for Philip Emeagwali, would there be internet of today? Is he not an Idu man that went to America through Red Cross after the war? Is he not the one responsible for the internet of the world of today? Will Elon Musk ever know anything about internet if not for the works of Philip Emeagwali? Do you know the contribution of Idu people worldwide? It's a shame. Look at what America specializes in producing. Look at them. These are the things America specializes in producing. Fagots everywhere. Stupid, evil people everywhere. Look at what they said. That they are running away from America. America is no longer conducive for them. They cannot stay in America. They want to run away from America. These are the things America produces. Whoopi Goldberg, Taylor Swift and co. Look at them. But we have a news for you. Maybe you can go to England. England might accommodate you. But if you come to Africa, you will see hellfire. Every single one of you. If you come to Africa and the Africans happen to spot or identify you people, you will see hellfire. Or you go to Nicaragua, where they are deporting those people to, you will see hellfire. You are a gay, you are a transgender, you are a two-spirit, you are a non-binary. So now America wants to export evil from their country to others. But you say we are bringing in poison, we are poisoning America. But you people are poisoning the entire world at all levels. America. You people, you force African countries to allow gay, LGBTQ, square, P, everything. You force African countries to accept it. Today, you don't want to accept the Africans living in your country. You say they are poisoning. Why don't you say Chinese is poisoning? After all, if you say it, it's just a thing of a word of the mouth. You can't take action. You can't change them the way you are changing the Africans or the Nicaraguans. You can't. This is a call that the rest of the world must think about. Zelensky says, Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine says, Europe must think of how to have their own Iron Dome and rebuild their security infrastructure, that they don't need America. That is what French President Macron is saying. That's what they are saying. It's time for the world to stand on their own. Boycott anything that you need to boycott to pass your message. America, you can keep your technology. We don't need it. The raw materials and the resources, the rare earth materials, rare earth metal that is needed to build such supercomputers, we have it. And we use it to build the computers at our own time, pace, and development. We'll use it. But for NVIDIA, AMD, and co, even Tesla or Apple, to come down to our land, to take those materials, go back to America and use it to build those computers, they will never ever have it again. If we don't know what we will do with it, we'll keep it there. Any generation that knows what they will do with it comes, they will use it. So exportation of rare earth material to America should stop. raw materials, raw resources exportation to America must stop. They say, oh, we are no longer going to give Africa funds. We don't need to give them money. They are a menace to the world. Yes, don't give us the money. We don't need it. Traore have proven that point. We don't need it. But you know what? Our resources, our uranium, you cannot have it. You will never ever have it anymore. So we keep it. Oh, we are going to start them off dollar. Your dollar, we also don't need it. Keep it. Whatever currency we are using, we use it that way. We'll trade amongst ourselves, between ourselves. Africa was learn from China. China traded within themselves. They have the population. That's why they are a great nation. Africa must do the same. We must look within ourselves. And how are we going to do this? You know, when we point out an issue, we'll also point out a solution. Now, the solution to that question is, we need to renew our minds, number one, and remove every single corrupt leader, every single old generation, send them away. And we inject new blood into the system. A new blood that is devoid of the corruption of the West. That is at least 98% anti-West doctrine or ideology. 98% should be the least. That is what Africa needs to do to move forward. And anything that escapes America, say, oh, our ancestral lineage says we are from West Africa, we don't want you. You don't have any ancestral lineage in Africa. No more. If Trump can be doing this and you, Black Americans, are there silent over this issue, supporting it, a time is coming. The chicken will always come back to the roost. When you come, oh, America treated us bad. Oh, no, you're American. Remain in American policy. It's what the world will preach to every single American moving forward from now. So with this, we have come to the end of the broadcast of today. Such pollutants like Whoopi Goldberg, Taylor Swift, and so on must not be welcomed in Africa. Any other part of the world can welcome them. South America and Africa must not welcome them. They must remain in American policy, as Donald Trump have done it. Stay in Mexico policy. Stay in America policy must be extended to any American leaving America to any other land. So for that reason, let the hero of our time remain on this screen. With this, we have come to the end of today's broadcast. And this song is dedicated to Sani Abacha because he is a great man.